give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash.
Halalim, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. And of course, we'd like to give double honors and glory to the greatest men of Israel, the apostles of GMS, and you know they're great because they apologize when they'll apologize. It needs to be done. And then so we're going to be talking about, of course, what's going on with the current events. Current events going on right now. There's a bunch of them. So we're going to talk about the famine first. Talk about those locusts. And they're popping up.
This is an article from CNN, and this was updated at 8 p.m. July 26th Eastern Time. So not that long ago. It says grasshoppers. There's a picture and it says grasshoppers relax on a sidewalk outside the Las Vegas Sun offices in Henderson, Nevada this week. It says massive swarms of grasshoppers have descended upon Las Vegas this week, and it's startling some residents.
Say, do they look like that? Look at it. Hey, go ahead. Hey, greatest.
See, because that's the locust.
There's too much glare. It's your screen protector. But hey, I got something good for you right here. That's the locust right there. You see my Bible? That's a fucking grasshopper. That's what you call a grasshopper. Do you want to look at the word grasshopper? Look at the etymology, because what does a grasshopper do? What does the locust do? So I'm gonna go to Exodus, and I love Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. I love Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. I love Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Look what he's giving to us. Look at everybody eating ice cream. This dude's over here. He's setting up his little tent with his bike with the sign that says God's soldier. So he's gonna do his work. But this is the real work because we're breaking things down. You want to go ahead and get that?
So a grasshopper is a plant-eating insect with long hind legs that are used for jumping and for producing a chirping sound. It frequents grassy places and low vegetation.
So it is eating. It's eating.
It's a plant-eating insect.
I'll go back to that article because they talk about that like it's a menace. Go ahead, what you were going to say?
Let me see what Loki says.
While the brother's getting at, this is Exodus 10 and 13. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, which that word Egypt shouldn't be there. If the land is called Matazarayim. And Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locust. That's what Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai is bringing.
And when you look up locust, it says a large and mainly tropical grasshopper with strong powers of flight. It is usually solitary, but from time to time there is a population explosion.
Look at that, a population explosion. Because you know why? Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai needs those locusts to go destroy the fucking crops that are left out there so that Esau can starve and this famine can start.
And it migrates in vast swarms that cause extensive damage to crops.
Ooh, to crops. Damage to crops, man. Damage to crops. That must fucking hurt to hear that. To hear that the Lord Himself is bringing these creatures to feed on you fucking shit. Hey, the Lord, how can you fucking say, God, He's all good? He is good, but He's also terrible, man. This is a terrible thing for you fucking Edomites. Oh, damn. Alright, this is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. So those pestilences come in the form of bugs. There's a locust, the bug locust, and then there's super bugs, like viruses. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And when I read in Exodus 10:13, and Moses stretched forth his hand, hey, since Abba Bibbins till right now, all the prophets that have been and that are right now in this kingdom of Babylon, we're stretching forth the rod and calling these plagues upon Babylon. That is a great honor. Man, it's got me feeling like if I was just to compare a Brightburn, like one of those. It's got me feeling like that. I'm like, man, it's about time, you know. So let's get. I'm gonna get Leviticus 11 and 12, because this is gonna keep going on the locust. And how do you know that we love the Lord? Because it's 105 degrees out here, and we're preaching and prophesying, and we've been coming out for a year strong. And you know it might be too soon to boast, but I ain't never gonna stop. Come on, man. This is the best job there is. All you to receive a crown and get the kingdom and get planets and get thousands of wives and rule over nations. All you gotta do is this. Sign me up, please, baby. So this is Leviticus 11 and 22. Even these of them ye may eat, the locust after this kind, and the ball locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. So it's mentioning all types of locusts. You could eat those. Say, so guess what? Right there, Yahweh Shem Shai told us a secret right now. He told us a secret. If those motherfucking locusts come and tear up all these crops around here, me and this brother, we're gonna go locust hunting. And we ain't gonna starve. We're gonna go locust hunting. Talking about
It's lawful.
Talking about yeah. Hey, but you motherfuckers ain't gonna have nothing to eat. You motherfuckers, all you motherfuckers, man, ain't gonna have shit to eat. And you're gonna look at the locusts. And oh, and guess what? You could eat these fucking pigeons. That's lawful too. They're doves. How the fuck you gonna starve when the Lord's providing you with, oh man, fruit bank, cornucopia. Look that word up. Keep reading that article because that article is beautiful.
It says the winged insects may outnumber the humans in some parts of town, but it's not something to worry about. The pallid winged grasshopper is a common desert species, a state entomologist said. It appears through history that when we have a wet winter or spring, these things build up, often down below Laughlin and even into Arizona.
And it's been a wet spring. It's been a wet spring. This is Matthew 3 and 4. And the same John had his raiment of camel's hair and a leathern girdle about his loins, and his meat was locusts and wild honey. So just to put the official stamp on it, you can eat them. You can eat them. It's okay to eat them. especially if there ain't no motherfucking food. Man, look at. Let me tell you about people that are starving. See that dude over there? He's building something. He's starving. He's starving because he thinks he's doing the work of God. I'm sorry, my friend. I don't know what the hell's going on. But if he comes over here, we ain't gonna chew him out. Because, what for? Why? He's gonna suffer a gruesome death. He's gonna starve to death. He's gonna starve to death, man. That's gonna be fucked up. Hey, we're gonna see all kinds of bodies. Hey, the bodies are gonna be laying on the floor. Laying on the floor. This is Psalm 96 and 1. Oh, sing unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the earth. This is the time. Let me read it verbatim. Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the earth. So everybody's going to be trying to do the Lord's work around this time, and that's evident. You know why? Because the signs are he's coming. He's going to come with them chariots. Yeah, this is bad news for you, Esau.
Because this Leviticus 11 and 22, these of them you may eat, the locust in its kinds, and the devastating locust in its kinds, and the cricket in its kinds, and the grasshopper in its kinds.
You can eat crickets. Yeah. Hey, this is the only survival guide you need. This is the only survival guide you need, Doc, right here. How to survive famine in an apocalyptic scenario. Step 1, be an Israelite. Step 2, call on the name Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Step 3, have a sword with the Apocrypha. You gotta make sure you have both. And then you'll be alright. Just look at that movie, Book of Eli. That's how he survived. When I keep reading that, that's devastating news for you. Oh shit. Let me just rub it in by saying this to you, Esau. Your corn ain't growing in the breadbasket of the world. The breadbasket of America is not growing any corn. You think people are gonna be hungry after that? They ain't gonna have no fucking food. Corn is a fucking primary ingredient in your diet. In Babylon's diet. Hey, and that's the spirit right there, because for about 3 weeks, if you don't eat meat, or if you don't get the same food that you've been eating, your body starts to deteriorate, and your psyche starts to deteriorate. You start getting sick. You start making yourself sick. Like, oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna survive. I haven't been getting those cornflakes. Man, I don't feel full. And you'll keep telling yourself shit like this, but guess what? You probably are full. You just fucking got plagued with those demons. Because there's rations. I mean, Lord willing, I'm not gonna be worried about no rations. The Bible says I'm not. That's the word of Yahushua telling me that I'm not. So I'm gonna be eating. Whoever's gonna be rolling with me and with us. Even if we were separated, me and this brother, and he has to go a different way because of the calamities telling him to go that way, or the Spirit sent him that way, and the Spirit sent me this way. We still got the game plan right here. If him and whoever he's traveling with need to eat, and he hears a bunch of crickets, guess who's gonna eat? He's gonna eat. He sees a bunch of pigeons, guess who's gonna eat? survival of the fittest now. Keep reading on that article.
This is because this is what the Most High said to Pharaoh if he didn't let Moses people go. Exodus 10:4. For if you refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow I will bring locusts into your territory.
Hey man, this is the territory of Pharaoh, one of these pharaohs. So now let's talk about that 16 Marines, because Donald Trump, he has that border that he wants to build to protect Esau, or to protect fucking America from criminals. So he sent military troops down there. He's got the border patrol, and then he's also trying to make Mexico keep an eye on the other side. So we know that 16 Marines got arrested for smuggling immigrants across the border and into San Diego. Imagine that. And let me get a little scripture before this is Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So you might think that the word smuggling doesn't mean anything, but the word smuggling means captive. So they took these people captive, and they had drugs with them. So these people that are protecting the border are also breaking that law to protect the border. Whenever you have it.
This is an article from the New York Times. It said, arrest of Marines suspected of smuggling migrants points to lucrative trade.
That means that it's been going on for a while. Look at that word. Just put your finger on that word so I can. I don't know if your phone could do that. And then you can search it.
Lucrative means producing a great deal of profit.
Ooh, slavery does produce a great deal of profit.
Producing wealth.
Produces wealth too. It produces wealth. Yeah, because you don't have to pay for the fucking for the labor. Everything's pretty much stolen. So go back to that article.
It says 16 Marines in a battalion at Camp Pendleton were arrested this week. They were accused of taking migrants from Mexico to the next stop on their smuggling route north.
Hey, that sounds like they had it all figured out. They had a route. Dude, look at that. They had a route. Hey, Marines doing that. Alright, keep reading.
The two Marines pulled over on an exit ramp along a desolate desert highway in Southern California this month and opened the back door of their black BMW just long enough for three people to rush from the thorny scrub into the back seat. They were about a mile from the southern border, where thousands of troops have deployed this year to try to stem the flow of migrants. But the authorities say The Marines and the BMW had the opposite aim.
Yeah, they were kidnapping. They're basically taking a slave, taking someone that sold themselves into slavery and putting them in the United States.
According to a federal criminal complaint, they plan to make some easy money by taking their passengers, migrants, from Mexico to the next stop on their smuggling route north.
Smuggling route.
It said they were pulled over minutes later and arrested by Border Patrol agents. That stop on July 3rd led this week to the arrest of 16 other Marines.
Shit. Let me get this real quick. This is Psalm 94. Oye, how bashimi how shy alahaya nawa, to whom vengeance belongeth, O power, to whom vengeance belongeth, shew thyself. Lift up thyself, and thou judge of the earth, render a reward to the proud. So he's gonna get you guys. He's gonna get you guys. And still, even to this day, we're still being, and then we're still being smuggled, showing you that we ain't nothing but slaves. Look at that word, smuggle. Because I was going into it last night or the other night, and that word smuggle, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
Smuggle is move goods illegally into or out of a country.
Does it say anything specific?
To import or export secretly, contrary to the law.
Contrary to the law. Contrary to the law of the United States, because Donald Trump said, hey, you're going to go down there to protect those borders. But here they are breaking those laws. Right, Gabriel?
It said that stop on July 3rd led this week to the arrest of 16 other Marines suspected of human smuggling and drug violations, pointing to a much broader operation that reached deep into the enlisted ranks.
So basically, and to tell you the truth, that's all that is going on in the military is illegal activity, breaking of the law, because the Constitution is based on what? No, not only the American Constitution, but every organized country, their laws are based on the Bible or the Quran, something like that. They're always based on some disciplined structure that involves a higher entity, the people, and then everything else. Go ahead.
It said those Marines from Camp Pendleton near Oceanside, California have not yet been charged, but their arrests are a glaring indication that stepped up enforcement at the border by both troops and Border Patrol.
So they're gonna get court-martialed, and they're gonna face some judgment. This is Psalm 96:2. Sing unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, bless his name, shew forth his salvation from day to day. So these people definitely, they need a redeemer. They need salvation. I bet you they're calling on sweet Jesus. I bet you they are. Sweet Sweet Jesus got you fucked up. Sweet Jesus got you fucked up. How about that one? How about that? Man, look what. Man.
And also, there's it's called the bubonic plague that's coming to. That's happening in LA where everything's getting infested. I got an article. It says offgridsurvival.com. It says California doctors warn bubonic plague could hit Los Angeles after typhus outbreaks. Talk show host / doctor Drew Pinsky, who predicted the current typhus outbreak infecting Los Angeles residents, is now warning bubonic plague could soon sweep through Los Angeles and push out into the rest of the country.
So the rest of the country's getting messed up right now.
Pinsky was been taking to the airways trying to alert the public to the incredible danger politicians have allowed to let grow out of control on the streets of Los Angeles, where homeless encampments, human feces, and hundreds of thousands of tons of garbage now litter the streets.
So what does that have to do with health and epidemic and pestilence and like these plagues are coming? These are plagues. Hey, the plagues of Egypt are coming back with no warning. You know how many people that are homeless have jobs? There's people that are homeless that have jobs. And let's say they're working at Walmart. And let's say they're fucking sick and they're stocking. And they put up a piece of thing and the next healthy person comes in, touches that thing, puts it in the basket, or they decides they don't want it, puts it back. Someone else comes over, grabs it. Now you got fucking contagious. You got a contagious event going on. Hey, and I'm not making this shit up. I was watching the Health Ranger. He fucking said it. I took that idea from him. How about that one? Don't call me no fucking liar. This motherfucker was a ranger medical unit. Hey, fuck it. You motherfuckers are done. Man, let me get some of this in Obadiah. This is Obadiah 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Alachayanawa concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. So how can such a big nation like America get hit with pestilence like that? See, all these things that we're bringing up is making you small. Embarrassing shit for a so-called big country like this, like the United States.
Just like the old Egypt, there wasn't no plagues until, Moses.
Moses said, hey, there's going to be plagues if you don't let us go. And now we're not telling Pharaoh to let us go. We're telling Pharaoh he's coming back to redeem us. You don't got to let us go. He's going to come back to take us.
The second Exodus.
Man. Yes.
Yeah.
You want to look up the strangest of his salvation? Because I'm going to go into Revelation. And this is a great scripture. Super great. This is Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so be true. Hey, that's going to happen. He's going to come back in those chariots and redeem us, save us. Whenever you have it. Yeah.
Romans 1 and 16, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Mashiach, For it is the power of the Most High unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek.
That was it, but that's still a good one, because who's going to be saved? The Israelites. The Israelites are going to be
It's
saved.
talking about when it says Greek means Gentile.
Yeah, it means Gentile, a Hellenized Jew. See, and you might think it's strange right here, because what's going on that's strange? We've got those locusts coming back. We got the military power of the United States breaking their own law. Alright, so we got a couple scriptures.
Wisdom of Solomon.
Let's get that one too.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Read it again and stop at the first sentence.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Yeah, when they see those chariots, like, well, you know what? What are they going to see? I'm going to tell you what they're going to see. I already read it, but I'm going to read it again. You're going to see those chariots. Revelation 1 and 7, behold, he cometh with clouds. That's what they're going to see. And they're going to be terrified, because those clouds are the chariots of the Lord. Those are called, what you people call UFOs, but we know them as chariots. Angels are in them. Terrifying powers, melanated powers, dark skin powers, so you can understand. Keep reading there.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. So his salvation is strange.
Because those chariots are going to be taken care of.
It's going to be like, what the hell? But when they start seeing so-called UFOs, which are called chariots of Israel in the Bible, when they start seeing men get beamed up, you know,
Man.
because there's a beam that comes out of those so-called UFOs, and it could take you up, like it shows you in Fire in the Sky.
Yep. All right, so this is Hebrews 2 and 10. For it became him for whom all, Salakia. For it became him for whom